Hi, today we're going to take a look at reporting inside of Toon Boom Producer. You can create a number of reports, and to do that, let's click on the Reports tab over here. The types of reports that you can create inside of Toon Boom Producer are job tasks, productivity, progress, or summary. Job tasks will allow you to see what jobs have been started or completed for a period of time and compare each job's duration until completion. For productivity, you'll be able to evaluate each artist's and team's productivity by tracking the number of weekly approved frames, for example. For progress reports, you'll be able to compare your production budget to real effort spent throughout different teams. Based on this report, you can quickly adjust your workforce distribution and keep in line with your budget and schedule. And of course, summary, which will show you an overview of a current project. To create a report, it is as simple as selecting one of these reports here. Let's go down to a summary and look at scene tasks. In here, you have search criteria to refine your report. Let's first choose the project that we're currently tracking. Then you can choose to create a certain process that you would like to see the reporting for. For example, let's have a look at all rough animation processes, or compositing processes, or cleanup animation processes. You can choose and add as many of these as you want. In this instance, I'm going to choose cleanup animation, compositing, and rough animation to see how things are going for my project. Then I can also choose a task status. For example, I could look at all of these that have been approved, or that are in progress, or that are to be validated. Then I can also choose to select a date of when I would like the reporting to be from. I can also choose an assignee if I want to very specifically find out how a certain person is doing. In this instance, I'm just going to leave it like this. So we're going to look at this project and these processes. I'm going to click on search, and then down here, you can see the list of cleanup animation, compositing, and rough animation in all the different statuses from approved to validate. What this report shows you is the number of frames that are in all the different processes. For instance, when you go down to the report graph, you can see that it arranges them in different colors, which you can hover above the colors over here, and it shows you on the pie chart below. Or you can hover on the pie chart itself, and it shows you the detail of the different scenes. For instance, here, there are 16 scenes to be validated in these processes, 5 in cleanup animation, 6 in compositing, and 5 in rough animation. On the pie chart in general, you can see that 65.4% of all scenes in these different processes are still in standby, whereas 20.3% of them have been approved already, and only 0.9% of them need assistance over here. Once you've created a report, there's numerous ways in which you can export this data. For instance, you can go here and export it, either to be printed, to HTML, to a CSV, to an Excel file, to an image, or to a PDF. Then you can also save this report. This process will allow you to get back to this report as quickly as you can without the need for adding these search criteria again. All you need to do is give it a name and save it. And then you'll see the list of all your saved reports on the left-hand side over here. Let's take a look at some of the saved reports. Let's look at, for example, productivity over here. If I click on that, you will see that it's created a report about the productivity of my team. And you can see, for instance, how many frames have been completed by each team member for week 35, 36, and 38. This is based on a search criteria that I can look at over here for cleanup animation and rough animation, for example, for the last 30 days. If I want to maybe change this criteria, I can. And I can go to, let's say, fixed date range. And let's go further back in time to, say, the 1st of July. And I can choose the end date as well to sometime in September, let's say 15 September. So now I have fixed the date and I can click on search again. Once that's done, you can see at the bottom in the report graph the detail for week 32 to week 36. All the graphs have got the number of frames by team member. If you hover over the graphs, you can see the detail. Now you know how to create reports inside of Toon Boom Producer, as well as save reports so that you can get back to them whenever you need to. And also export them so that you can have access to them in a third-party software or share them to your team members.